In this video, we're going to be using substitution to find the value of functions at different x values. And so we've got this function 5x squared minus 8x plus 4. We're going to evaluate it at three different values of x. So we'll start with f of 4. So the function evaluated at 4 is how we say that. And I'm going to make this 4 a different color. You'll see why in just a second. So I'm going to put 5, and then I'm going to put a parenthesis squared minus 8 parenthesis plus 4. And then just ask yourself, what do you think is going to go inside that parenthesis? So if you said 4, you are correct. Okay. Now, I can do this all by hand, or I can put it into Desmos. I'm going to show you how to put it into Desmos. Where's my Desmos? There's my Desmos. Okay, so we have 5 times 4 squared, and here's my, where's my, there it is, 5, let's hide that, 5, parenthesis, 4, parenthesis squared, minus 8 times 4, minus 8 times 4, plus 4, plus 4, enter is 52. So we'll come back over here and we'll say equals 52. Then we have f of negative 2, same kind of a deal. 5 times minus 8 times plus 4. And then what's going to go in as our substitution is that negative 2. Okay. And we'll come back to Desmos. And we have 5 parenthesis negative 2 parenthesis squared minus 8 parenthesis negative 2 parenthesis plus 4, enter, and we end up with 40. So equals 40. And then finally we have f of 0. F of 0 equals 5 plus 4. And then what we're going to substitute in there is a 0. And this one I don't need Desmos to do. I know that 5 times 0 squared is 0, minus 8 times 0 is 0, plus 4. So this one is equal to 4. So guys, that's it. That's how you do substitution. I find it really helpful to use the parentheses. That tells me where I'm going to plug things in at or where I'm going to substitute things at. And so if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll talk in class. All right, guys, in this video, we're going to be using substitution to find the values of a function at different values of x. Okay, so it says for the function f of x equals 5x squared minus 8x plus 4, find f of 4, f of negative 2, and f of 0. So to do this, I'm going to use parentheses, and I'm going to take out the x, all of the x's, 5x squared minus 8x plus 4, and I'm going to substitute in a 4. So anywhere I see a parenthesis, I'm going to put in a 4. And then I can jump on to Desmos. Let's see here. Desmos is right here. I'll bring up the keyboard, and then I'll just type it in. So 5 parenthesis 4 squared minus 8 parenthesis 4 plus 4 plus 4, enter, and I can see that that gives me 52. So I'm going to come back over here and put down equals 52. Same thing for f of negative 2. I'm going to take out the x's. And this is that moment where having a colored pencil or a pen really helps, so you can see what you're plugging in, what you're substituting. And we'll come back over here onto Desmos, and we'll go 5 parenthesis negative 2 squared minus 8 parenthesis negative 2 parenthesis, let's go back, plus 4, enter, and that is 40. So we'll come over here and we'll put equals 40. And then we'll do one more f of 0. And again, we're going to use those parentheses. And what we're substituting in this time is 0. Now, I don't need to use Desmos for this one. I know that 5 times 0 squared is 0, minus 8 times 0 is 0, plus 4. This gives us a solution of 4. So guys, that's going to be it. This is how you substitute values into a function to figure out their output. And again, if you have any questions, please ask. Otherwise, we'll see you in class. All right, guys, in this video, we're going to be looking at, again, some substitution, but this time with a word problem. It says the polynomial function h of t equals negative 16 t squared plus 250 gives the height of a ball t seconds after it is dropped from a 250-foot tall building. And so it says find the height after t equals 2 seconds. So pretty straightforward. I know it's a word problem, but we can translate this as the substitution. Okay. So we have h of, and we're going to, again, take it out, take that t out, 16 t squared plus 250. And what we're going to substitute in is t equals 2. We'll go right over to our Desmos. Let's see if I got my Desmos. Okay. We have negative 16 times 2 squared plus 250. Let's make sure that we have that in there right. Negative 16 times 2 squared plus 250. Press enter, and we end up with 186. Now, it's a word problem, so I'm going to need a label. What was that again? 100 and 186. 186. And that gives the height, and the height is in feet. So we'll say 186 feet. And that's going to be our answer. So again, even though a word problem, they're giving us a polynomial function. They're asking us for some information. They're giving us an input of t equals 2 seconds. We can substitute it in and end up with our answer. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you in class. All right, guys. In this example 6, we're going to use that sign or that symbolic notation f plus g of x to add polynomial functions together. Guys, this is going to look, if you go back to example 2, it's going to look a lot like example 2. So we have seen this before. And so f plus g of x, this is equivalent to f of x plus g of x. Okay, so we're going to have 3x squared minus 5x plus 7. And then to that, we're going to add g of x, which is x squared minus 4x minus 3. Okay, and we can remove the parentheses because this is an addition sign, so it's going to be super straightforward. So we have 3x squared minus 5x plus 7 plus x squared minus 4x minus 3. And then we'll go through term by term. We've got the x squared terms. And so 3x squared plus x squared is 4x squared. Then we have the x terms. We have negative 5x minus 4x, which is negative 9x. And then, of course, we have our constant terms, plus 7 or positive 7 minus 3, which is positive 4. So that's going to be our new function. And then it says f plus g of 3. And so we're going to take f plus g of, and this looks just like examples 4 and a little bit like 5. And we know what f plus g is. So this is going to be 4 times that 3 squared minus 9 times 3 plus 4. So we'll substitute in our 3. We'll head straight over to Desmos. Get over to Desmos. And we've got 4x or 4 times 3 squared. So 4 parenthesis 3 parenthesis squared minus 9 parenthesis 3 minus 9 parenthesis 3 plus 4 equals, we've got 13. So all that equals 13. So guys, that's adding polynomial functions. Pretty straightforward. It's looking a lot like what we did on example 2 and on example 4. So just kind of combining those skills in example 6. So if you guys have questions, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll talk in class. All right, guys. In this video, we're going to be subtracting polynomial functions. Looks a lot like adding polynomial functions, which was example 6. Basically the same thing. This is going to be f of x minus g of x. So it looks a lot like example 2. So we're going to put in parentheses 3x squared minus 5x plus 7. And then this is the big difference. We're going to have a minus sign. X squared minus 4x minus 3. This minus sign is going to get distributed to all of the terms. To all of the terms on the inside of that parenthesis, changing their signs. So we're going to get rid of the parentheses. 3x squared minus 5x plus 7. And then instead of positive x squared, we're going to have minus x squared. Instead of minus 4x, we're going to have plus 4x. And instead of minus 3, we're going to have plus 3. Go down the line now, and hopefully that makes sense. So that subtraction sign affects the sign of everything inside the parentheses. Okay, we're going to go down. We have our x squared terms. So we have 3x squared minus x squared, which is 2x squared. And then we have minus 5x plus 4x. So we have a negative. Those signs are different, so we'll think of subtraction. 5 minus 4 is 1. The 5 is bigger, so it's minus x. And then we have our constant terms, plus 7 plus 3 plus 7 plus 3, which is positive 10 or plus 10. This is going to be our new function. Okay. And then we'll do the same thing that we did before. We will take f minus g of negative 2 equals 2. We're going to use our new function, squared minus x plus 10. And we're going to put in negative 2, negative 2, negative 2. And we're going to head straight over to Desmos and put this in. So we have, let's see here, we have 2 times negative 2, 2 parenthesis, negative 2, parenthesis squared, 2 parenthesis negative 2, minus 2, minus negative 2. So minus parenthesis negative 2. And then plus 10. So we have plus 10. And that gives us 20. Let's check that again really quick. Lots of 2's going on. So I just want to make sure that we have that down right. So 2 parenthesis negative 2 squared minus 2 parenthesis negative 2. Yep, good. So we end up with equals 20. Okay. So that's going to do it for that. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you in class.